clearly the Democrats have become so radicalized in the 2020s that they are totally inhospitable and unwelcoming to normal people. And I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that. It's one of the key reasons that they've lost the working class. It's not just about the economy, that's key, but it's also cultural issues, right? I mean, a lot of working class people are highly religious. They believe, for example, that there's two sexes. I mean, go figure. They don't like the Democratic Party that is obsessed with pronouns and forcing gender ideology and other crazy Marxist ideas down their throats.
I think their 35% approval rating, like record low. I think that speaks to that.
Yeah, all-time low. Now, not all of them are MAGA populist right people, right? Some of them are, though, too, and some of them are also, it's not just the negative of being repelled by the Democrat Party. They're also attracted to a vision of muscular populist nationalism, right? And I believe that that's why right now, for example, in polling, and I do a lot of polling, Trump's best issue by a lot is immigration. It's where the media attacks him the most, right? And they think they're going to make hay, and yet it's actually his strongest issue. Because guess what? Controlling the border doesn't just make sense for our national security and our street safety. It's a huge economic issue. Working class people know they're having to endure unjust, unlawful competition in the labor market from millions and millions of illegals, and they've had enough of it.
I think one of the things that Democrats are particularly shocked by, and maybe you could speak to a little bit more on this, is that Hispanics seem to be not as unsympathetic towards other Hispanics being deported that maybe Democrats would have thought. So in the past, Democrats thought immediately if Trump were to increase funding for ICE and increase deportation numbers, that this would harm him with those communities. Maybe can you speak on that? As I understand, you did Hispanic outreach on one of the Trump campaigns.
Yes, actually, both in 2016 and 2020. No, I think this is one of the most amazing stories of the populist right movement, of the MAGA movement, is Hispanics coming in mass to the political right, and I think it's a lasting movement. But to that point of let me give the evidence. Last November, Trump nearly won Hispanics. We know this from the Pew Validated Voter Survey. He did win Hispanic men. He won Hispanic men nationwide. In the key areas, he won the overall Hispanic vote, like South Texas, a place that used to be overwhelmingly Democratic. Starr County, for example, which is 97% Hispanic, most Hispanic county in America on the U.S.-Mexico border. Hillary Clinton won it by 60%, 6-0 back in 2016. Trump won it by 16 this time. I mean, that's a mammoth move in just 3 cycles. And his signature issue is immigration. So to your point, to your question about, are Hispanics soft on the border? No, they actually believe in again, a muscular vision of sovereignty. They know that it protects their jobs, their street safety. And by the way, down there in Starr County, one of the things I made a documentary down there, I heard time and again, everyone has a friend or relative that works for Customs and Border Patrol down there because it's the most Hispanic agency of the federal government.
What do you think then caused that huge swing among Hispanics then? I don't know if you think it was immigration. Is there a particular issue that you think Democrats just absolutely dropped the ball on to reaching out to these voters with?
It was cultural radicalism, cultural liberalism from the left. So that was the sort of negative force, draining away Hispanic support for the Democrat Party, which traditionally was super strong. And then on the positive side, it was this vision that we will make life better for workers. It was a priority on workers because Hispanic men, for example, highest workforce participation rate of any group in America, something we should be really proud of. The most entrepreneurial demographic in America. We love to start new businesses. And Donald Trump came along and said, I'm going to make working class people the priority. I'm going to prioritize small business. And by the way, he didn't just say it, he delivered in his first term. 2019, by any metric, was the greatest year for workers in all of American history. Unfortunately, the COVID panic totally interrupted that progress. But 2019 is when we saw worker pay soar above inflation, meaning real wages accelerated. And the people who benefited the most were Hispanics, blacks, small business owners, all thrived. And so we've built this broad MAGA coalition now that's multiracial, multi-ethnic, and even geographically spread out, right, to the point where Trump was able to win the popular vote based on this vision. So now it's his job and our job to deliver on that promise again in this second term.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.